Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Nee, 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 nee. Hello, and thank you for calling Baldur's Gates and Doors. This is Baldur speaking. How may I help you? Oh, no, 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 no. You want the other Baldur's Gate. We make gates and doors. Thank you. Click. Hello and welcome, my fellow goofballs. It is I, your guide to all the 1D gaming that is the OGGM, broadcasting live from Site B, which is still where it's always been. I leave it to you to decide which. It's about 54 degrees and cloudy yet again here at Site B, 8:57 in the morning on this, the 18th day of April, 2024. And hey, remember a couple weeks ago when we found out that Larion was not going to be working on Baldur's Gate 4? That they were going to fulfill their contract for doing the DLCs and whatever else they already had in process. But after that, they're like, nope, we're done. In fact, they have come out to say, and I quote, they are elated to not be working with Wizards of the Coast anymore. Elated. How bad does your experience over 6 years have to be that not only do you decide to turn down a future possible multi-million-dollar contract, but you tell people you're elated to be done with them? That's like something you say at the end of a very ugly divorce. And like a year later, when somebody comes up to you and asks how you're doing after the divorce, and you smile at them and say, I'm elated. Jan, I am elated that I am out of that dysfunctional relationship. I could not be happier. I don't know who Jan is, but okay. So yeah, they're elated. Now, shortly after that, Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro announced, oh, we're probably going to make our own video game company or buy a video game company or work with another video game company. There's still going to be video games. Don't worry, because that's our plan for the future. Video games, virtual tabletop, D&D Beyond, digital Dungeons and Dragons is the future. Physical, not so much. Well, while that's all spinning and percolating and business and secret behind the door meetings of a bunch of people who are just like throwing darts at a giant chalkboard with ideas on it, which I assume is how Wizards of the Coast comes up with their ideas now. Just flip. Okay, yeah. The guy who is in charge of the video games has said, don't worry, we're reaching out. We're reaching out to other companies. Now that Larion Studios, after 6 years of a very successful, profitable relationship, has decided to move on to greener pastures, we're fishing out. We're sending out our little feelers. We're broadcasting that we are open to work with someone else to make Baldur's Gate 4. And we hope it doesn't take another 25 years. Yeah, I know it was 6 years, but actually he's referring to the last time the Baldur's Gate 2 was published, which was around 2001, 2002. If you don't count DLCs and stuff like that and additions and remasters, then yeah. About 2002 was the last time Baldur's Gate 2 was published. So 25 years, 25 years between then and Baldur's Gate 3 being published. So now he's like, I don't want, no, it won't take that long. We'll find somebody way sooner who will be willing to work with us for way less money to produce a subpar product compared to what you saw from Larion Studios. Because unless they get somebody who's as good or better than Larion, there's no way Baldur's Gate 4 will equal to or exceed Baldur's Gate 3. Hopefully they won't make the same mistakes with Baldur's Gate 4 that they made with Baldur's Gate 3, because I think enough people are like, yeah, no more sex. You know, if I wanted to watch video game sex, I'd just watch Project Melody. This is a game about playing D&D and doing D&D stuff and killing things and building doors and gates. Yeah, so maybe take out the sex next time. Just a thought, you know, shout out to Project Melody. So, yeah, there we go. We don't know who. We don't know when. We don't know where. We don't know if they're going to, again, are they making their own new video game division? Don't know. Are they going to farm out the IP to another video game company who hopefully will present them with some level of quality of a video game in way less time than 6 years? Don't know. But we definitely are confirmed that at least they're thinking about it. At least they're throwing those darts at the dartboard to go, thump, Baldur's Gate 4, thump, featuring, I don't know, Vecna probably, because, it's Vecna. Thump, I don't know. Who knows what the plot will be. But it'll feature Baldur's Gate, the town, not the company that builds. I wonder if there is actually a company that makes gates and doors called Baldur's Gates, because that would be hilarious, because we know there's a TSR concrete coating company. So I should look into that. I should see if there is a Baldur's Gates and Doors out there somewhere, because look at all the free press you're giving them. Sidebar of ridiculousness, that is me. What do you think about this? Are you excited to see a Baldur's Gate 4? Who would you recommend Wizards of the Coast work with? Is there anybody out there dumb enough to associate with the current incarnation of Wizards of the Coast? Because, hey, D&D money is still money. I'll sell out for the, we'll make Baldur's Gate 4 in 2 years and it'll, look like crap. But, hey, it's still money and we know people will buy it. I don't know. I guess what they're counting on is that, they won't have to wait 6 years, that they can pay less money to get, we want better than Diablo, but not as good as this level of quality. And then really, they're going to milk the name. Really, at the end of the day, this is more to keep the name viable than the Baldur's Gate video game franchise. They don't really care about the Baldur's Gate video game franchise. They care about the Baldur's Gate name, the merchandising they can make off the Baldur's Gate, the post Baldur's Gate DLC stuff. Because remember, that's where all the money is. Okay, we know anything about video games, the initial video game doesn't really make that much money. You're lucky if you break even. It's all the supplemental stuff. It's all the upgrades. The PlayStation 4 doesn't really make you a lot of money, but it's everything that comes attached to the PlayStation 4 that makes you the money. Baldur's Gate 3 made money, but really it's the merchandising of Baldur's Gate 3 that makes you the most money. And it's the action figures, the toys, the sweatshirts, the special cross promotion with Hot Pockets, whatever. And that's probably what they're counting on with 4. They don't really care if it's successful or not. Bonus if it is. Seriously doubt it'll be as successful as 3, but you never know. Really, for them, it's to keep the name rotating. Keep it in your brain that there will be a Baldur's Gate 4, and that keeps the interest in the franchise fresh, and that keeps the interest in the peripherals for the franchise fresh. The t-shirts, the action figures, the cross promotion with Hot Pockets, what have you. And that, again, that's really where the money is for them. They break even on Baldur's Gate 3. They break even on Baldur's Gate 4, but they're rolling in the free money from the peripherals and the merchandising and the add-ons and the DLC and the in-game purchases. That's what they're counting on. So as long as they keep telling you they're making a Baldur's Gate 4, that keeps it in our brains, that keeps the media focused. And then, 2-3 years from now, they can just fart out a piece of crap video game, but they will fulfill their contracts. They've shown us that, yes, see, we're doing what we said we can do. We made a video game. And, if it's a piece of crap, well, they don't care. They're still going to break even and make their money off merchandising. And if it happens to be a knockout of the park like Baldur's Gate 3, bonus. So what do you think? Is this something you're excited about? Do you not care? Did you play Baldur's Gate 3? What did you think about the sex? Right? Because porn sells, and there was sex in Baldur's Gate 3, right? If you're like me, you just don't care. But there are some people out there who might be excited. So let me know what you're thinking. Till then, get off my land. I am now going to actually look to see if there is a Baldur's Gates and Doors out there.